Hey guys, it's Victoria and Adam from the LuchaLores. We're here with the release of Set 7, Archazia's Island. We're going to be playing a starter deck battle with the Feathered and Feared and an Inventive pair starter decks. We're not going to make any changes to these starter decks so we can see how they play right out of the box. Hope you guys enjoy. So here we have the Inventive pair starter deck. You can see the box has some nice foiling. One thing I do miss is that they no longer put the deck list on the side of the box. So let's get into it. So as we open it up, we have our deck, the punch-out tokens, instructions and standard game mat, and our pack. Got the Mad Hatter this time. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into this pack and see what we got. Like we said before, we're not going to add any of these cards to our starter deck, so we can see how the starter decks play against each other. So we have a Treasure Guardian, Pete, Bolt, Aquila, we got a Bell, Edgar Balthazar, the dual color Mr. Smee, not entirely sure where he fits in the numerical order, Magical Maneuvers, the Beagle Boys, Basil, the Shift Bell, double color, and a foil Raya Guidance Seeker. And we have our puzzle piece with the lore on the back. All right, let's see what we got in the deck itself. We have our face cards, the foil Shift Bell, and the foil Beast, both dual color cards. We have one Maurice, a Lyle, Kita, All Is Found, two Moana, Longboat from Chapter 6, two Sir Kay, two Ruby Coil, three of Maurice's Machine, two Beagle Boys, two Gaten Moliere, two Marie, three Jebediah Farnsworth, three Cogsworth, three Stavington Brother without a patch, two Cybug, three Toby, two Edgar Balthazar, two Unconventional Tools, this one might be a good one in red-blue, Set 6 Gold Coin, two of them, two Set 5 Chaka, two Set 5 Donald, two Monsieur de Roque, three more of the Little Bells, two Robin Hood, two Set 6 Helping Hand, two Set 5 Medal of Heroes, and two Set 5 Ever As Before. We're going to sleeve this deck up and play with it.
I'm going to be playing the Amethyst Steel Feathered and Feared deck. This has the new Vanish mechanic, so I can't wait to see how that actually plays out. So we have our actual starter deck with the lore counters, rulebook, mat, and our pack. I got bolts. So we're going to go ahead and open the pack. Got a Pete, So Much to Give, Bucky, Robin Hood, the Matchmaker, Aquila, Cusco, the dual color Cusco, the dual color Fix-It Felix Jr., dual colored Hey Hey, Our first rare is Isabella Maridal. Ooh, we got the dual color Queen of Hearts and a foil Honey Lemon in our next puzzle piece. All right, so we're going to go ahead and crack open the starter deck now. We have our 2 face cards here. So we have the Amethysteel Jafar Newly Crowned and Iado Giant Spectral Parrot. We have 1 Madam Im, 1 Restoring the Crown, 1 Raya, 1 Fa Zhao, 2 Kashikim, 2 Amethyst Coil. I'm super excited to play with this card. 2 Magical Maneuvers. 3 Giant Cobra. 2 Arthur from set 5. 2 Helda Sinclair. 3 Mufasa. 2 Double Trouble. 2 Training Dummy from set 6. 2 The Carpenter from set 6. 2 Tanana. 2 Treasure Guardian. 2 Taka. 2 Pain. 2 Panic. 3 Raja. 2 set 6 A Very Merry Unbirthday. 2 set 5 Retrosphere. 2 set 5 Royal Guard. 2 set 6 King Hubert. 2 Akela. 3 Heihei. 3 Razul. And last but not least, 3 Jafar.
We have our decks sleeved and shuffled and ready to go. So now we need to decide who goes first. Victoria, if you will, we'll play high roll.
12.
That's going to be hard to beat. 10.
You made a valiant effort. But I will be going first.
All right. Cut your deck.
Cut your deck.
We'll draw our 7 cards.
I will be putting 2 cards back.
I will return 3.
One of the hardest parts about learning how to play a deck is figuring out what to mulligan for, what to send back, what to hope for later. Oop, gave you a very deep cut there.
All right, Miss Victoria, you are up first.
Alrighty, so the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ink a Royal Guard. I'm going to insert it to play a 1-drop Heihei. Just a vanilla card, no abilities.
2/2.
2/2 single quester. And pass turn.
All right, draw for turn. I will ink the Donald Duck and pass turn.
No 1-drop.
That's how it goes.
Alright, I'm going to draw my card for a turn. I will ink Training Dummy. Insert both my ink for an Arthur, another vanilla card, but this time he's a 2/2 double quester. A Heihei is dry and will quest for 1, and I will pass turn.
Draw for turn. I am going to ink All Is Found. I will spend 2 to play the Medal of Heroes item. Tap, pay 2 ink, banish this item. Chosen character of yours gets +2 lore this turn. Now, I'm going to banish the Medal of Heroes with Belle's ability. Once during your turn, you may banish chosen item of yours in play to play this character for free. And she is a 3/3 that quests for 1. And with that,
nice.
I will pass turn.
Very nice, very nice. Right, so I'm going to ready, nothing to set, and draw for turn. I will ink an Arthur. And then I will pay 3 for a Raya. So she's a 1/4 double quester. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, this character gains resist 1 until the start of your next turn.
That's going to be mean in blue steel.
I was about to say, absolutely. No effect right now, so I'm just going to quest for 3, bringing myself up to a grand total of 4, and pass turn.
I will draw for turn. I'm going to ink a Robin Hood. And I will pay 3 for Gaëtan Molière. 3/4, quest for 1, no ability. And Belle is going to challenge and banish your Arthur.
Very good.
Belle takes 2 damage, and I will pass turn.
1, 2, ready? I think set. I will draw. I'm going to ink my Akela. I'm going to exert 3 and play a Jafar. When I play this character, chosen character gets challenger 2 this turn. And sure, I'll give it to my little hey, why not, who will banish the Belle.
All right.
A card is put into my inkwell, so my Raya does have resist 1 until the start of my next turn.
Is it until start of next turn or this turn?
No, until the start of your next turn.
Okay, got it.
She will quest for 2, bringing my grand total up to 6, and I will pass turn.
All right, ready, set, draw. All right. I am going to ink another Robin Hood. Gaëtan Molière is going to attack your Raya. He will deal 3 damage. Only 2 will go through.
Right.
And then I will spend 4 to play a Stabbington brother, who is also using his rush ability. And when your other character's named Stabbington brother also gain rush. He is going to rush into Raya to finish her off and also take 1 in the process. Pass turn.
So I'm going to ready? Draw. I am going to exert my Jafar. I'm going to quest him for 2. So I'm going to go to a grand total of 8. Then I'm going to pay 2 for magical maneuvers. Return chosen character of yours to your hand. Exert chosen character. So I'm going to return my Jafar to my hand. Both your characters are exerted. So no effects there. I will now ink for turn, because I have not done that yet. I will ink my Kashkim, and I will exert the 3. Instead of playing Jafar, I'm going to play an Amethyst Coil. So during my turn, whenever a card is put into my inkwell, I can move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character.
Uh-oh.
And I will pass my turn.
I think decks built with that and the Bell are going to be really powerful this set. I will ready, set, and draw. I'm going to ink a Chaka, and I will spend 5 for Donald Duck. When you play this character, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. And with that, I will then quest for 2, bringing my total to 2, and pass turn.
I will ready. No set. I will draw. I will just pay 1 and play another 1 draw pay hay. And I will pass my turn.
All right, ready. No start of turn effects for set and draw. I will pay 3 for a Cogsworth. And he is a 3/3. When you have an item card in your discard, this character gets +2. I do have the Medal of Heroes in there from the beginning of the game. And then I will spend 2 for Marie. She is a 1/2 that quests for 2. Whenever this character quests, you may give chosen character -2 attack this turn. And with that, I will quest my 3 dried characters for 4, which brings my total to 6. Pass turn.
So we're ready. set and draw. I will pay 3. I will get my 3 and play my Jafar again. So when I play this character, chosen character gets Challenger 2 this turn. I will give it to my Hey, and with this Challenger 2, he's going to take out the double questing Donald Duck.
My duck.
I will now pass my turn.
All right. We will ready our set and draw. I will pay 4 for Jebediah Farnsworth, a 3/3 that quests for 1. He has support, and when you play this character, chosen character gains resist 1 until the start of your next turn. I am going to give the resist 1 to Marie. I'll use my little duck to indicate resist. And then I will quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bringing my total to 11. And Marie's ability, whenever this character quests, you may give chosen character -2 this turn. We'll give Jafar -2, and then I will pass my turn.
All right. It was no longer your turn, so he is now all set and ready to go. So I will ready, set, draw. For my turn, I am going to ink my Giant Cobra. Amethyst Toil says that during my turn, whenever a card is put into my inkwell, I may move 1 damage counter from chosen character to chosen opposing character. I am going to move a damage counter from your Stabbington Brother to your Moliere.
All right, so Stabbington Brother goes down 1. He's now 2 damage.
I will exert 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play my Panic. When you play this character, you may move 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. I am going to move those 2 damage counters to your Marie, which gets around the resist.
You're absolutely right. So the 2 damage counters move because it's not being dealt. The resist does not help, which means that Marie will immediately be banished. Well played.
And then I am going to pass my turn.
All right. Ready, set, and draw. I will pay 3 for Maurice's Machine. When this item is banished, you may return an item card with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand. And I will pay 2 for a Cybug. This character gets +1 attack for each other character you have in play. So right now, he is a 5/2 that quests for 1. You have nothing to challenge, so I will quest 1, 2, 3, 4. 15, his support, Jebediah's support would trigger. I can give it to Gaten. It does not matter because my turn is over past turn.
Yeah. I'm going to ready, draw. Sure, I will pay 6 for Taka. She's a 5/6 double quester, Challenger 2. I will use the Jafar, and I'm going to trade on the Jebediah.
All right, they will banish each other.
I will have Panic put 2 damage into Codsworth.
All right, so Panic will be banished. Cogsworth, he's still there.
All right, and I will pass my turn.
All right, ready, set, and draw. I will pay 1 for Toby, who is an uninkable 3/1 that quests for 1. And I will quest for 4 which will bring me to 19 lore. Pass turn.
So, ready, set, I will draw. There is nothing much I can do. I can use Tata and banish Moliere. Need 3 damage. I can ink the Mufasa to move 1 damage from my Tata to your Toby.
And Toby is banished.
But there is nothing else that I can do for the rest of your characters.
All right. So then on my turn, I would quest for game.
Absolutely.
Game 2?
Game 2. What are your initial thoughts on your deck?
So my main deck is a red-blue deck. And this is a very different red-blue than a lot of the meta that we have seen lately. There's still items in there, but there's a lot more ways to interact with those items. I think it's a solid base, and I'm interested to see some more of the new cards in the second game. What do you think about your Amethyst Steel?
So I love Amethyst. I've played Amethyst for a very long time. But what I love about Amethyst is that it generates a lot of card draw generally. This deck does seem to be missing that card draw that I love out of Amethyst.
Absolutely. You were top decking very quickly.
Yes.
All right. Will you be going first or second?
As the loser, I will be going first again.
All right.
Hopefully my luck will be better this time.
Good luck, dear.
Good luck. I'll draw my 7.
7 cards. Let's see what we got.
I will keep my hand.
Well, that's not a good sign for me because I'm going to put 6 back.
Alright, your deck is cut.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Alrighty, good luck.
Good luck.
I will ink a Royal Guard and then immediately insert it to play the 1-drop 2/2 vanilla Hey Hey and pass my turn.
All right, draw for turn. I will ink a Gaten Moliere and play the gold coin. I can tap, exert. I can exert and pay 1, banish this item, ready chosen character of yours, and they can't quest the rest of the turn. Pass turn.
So we're ready, set, draw. I will ink a Very Merry Unbirthday, exerting 1 for an additional 2/2 vanilla Hey Hey, and then 1 for a Retrosphere. Retrosphere has pay 2, banish this item, return chosen character, item, or location will cost 3 or less to their player's hand. This Hey Hey is dry, and he will quest for 1, putting me up to 1. And pass turn.
Ready, set, draw. I'm going to ink the Robin Hood and pay 2 for my Sidebug. This character gets +1 attack for each other character you have in play. Pass turn.
Alright. So I will ready. I will draw. I will ink the Jafar. I will exert 3 for Giant Cobra. He's a 4/4 with Vanish, so whenever an opponent chooses this character for an action, banish them. And then his other ability is when you play this character, you may choose and discard a card to gain 2 lore.
So with the Cobra, with that Vanish keyword, it says for an action, not an ability, correct?
Correct. It says for
Okay.
an action.
Good to know.
I will discard a Treasure Guardian to gain 2 lore, taking me from 1 to 3. And then I will quest with both the Hey Heys to go from 3 to 5 lore total. And I will pass turn.
We're ready, set, and draw. I'm going to ink Maurice's machine. Can I see your Giant Cobra, please?
Of course.
When an opponent chooses this character for an action, banish them. All right. I'm going to pay 1 and play Helping Hand. Chosen character gains support this turn. I'm going to choose the Giant Cobra, which you will then banish. And the second part of Helping Hand, draw a card. So I will draw my card. And then I will spend 2 for Marie. Whenever this character quests, you may give chosen character -2 this turn. I'm going to pass.
I will, ready? I will draw. I will ink the King Hubert. I will insert 2, and I will banish my Retrosphere. To return chosen character item or location across 3 or less to your player's hand, I will return your Marie to your hand. And my Hey-Heys will quest for 1 and 2 to bring me up to 7 lore, and I will pass.
Alright, ready, set, and draw. I will ink the Marie. I'll pay 4 for Jebediah Farnsworth. 3/3 support. When you play this character, chosen character gains resist 1 until the start of your next turn. I will give the resist to my Cybug. My Cybug also has +1 attack for there being another character in play. And the Cybug is going to banish one of your Hey-Heys, taking only 1 damage after his resist. Pass turn.
Right, so I will, ready?
Dot for resist.
I will draw. So I will banish your Cybug. And then I will exert 4. And I will play my Treasure Guardian. It's a 3/3 double quester, and its ability is when you play this character, if you have an illusion character in play, you may draw a card. I do not have an illusion character in play, so no card draw. And I will pass.
Alright, ready, set, draw. I will ink a Medal of Heroes, and I will spend 4 for my Beagle Boys. They're a 3/3 quest for 2. Whenever this character quests, chosen character of yours gains rush and resist 1 this turn. And Jebediah Farnsworth will quest for 1, bringing me to 1. Pass turn.
We're ready, set, draw. I will pay 2 for Heldra Sinclair. She's a 0/4 Challenger 3.
Oof.
And during your turn, so during my turn, this character gains evasive. And she's a single quester. I will have the Treasure Guardian quest for 2, bringing me from 7 up to 9 and pass turn.
Now we're ready, set, and draw. I will ink, ever as before, and I will pay 6 for my face character Beast. He is a 5/5 that quests for 2, and his ability, I've had it, says exert, pay 2, banish 2 of your items, and deal 5 damage to chosen character. And I will use, I will quest with my Beagle Boys for 2. I'm going to give rush and resist 1 to Jebediah Farnsworth for this turn. Jebediah is going to banish your Treasure Guardian. Resist means that he will only have 2 damage, and I will pass turn.
Haldra, with her Challenger 3, is going to take out the Beetle Boys in a challenge.
All right.
And then I'm going to exert 4 for Panic. When I play this character, I may move up to 2 damage counters from chosen character to chosen opposing character. So I'm going to move 2 damage counters from my Haldra, and I will put them on Jebediah.
All right, and Jebediah will be banished.
And I will pass my turn.
All right, ready, set, and draw. I will ink Jebediah, pay 3 for Maurice's machine. When this item is banished, you may return an item card with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand. Now I'm going to use the Beast's ability, I've had it. I will exert, pay 2, banish 2 of my items. Now, Maurice's machine, when this item is banished, return an item card with cost 2 or less from your discard to your hand, will go into the bag. I have banished 2 items. We'll finish resolving Beast, deal 5 damage to chosen character. We are going to deal 5 damage to your Helga Sinclair. Now, my bag trigger for the Maurice's machine, I will return an item cost 2 or less from my discard to my hand, so I will return the gold coin from discard to hand. I will pay 1 and play the gold coin. And pass turn.
I will ready. I will, nothing to set. I will draw. I will pay 1 for another 1-drop vanilla Hey Hey. And sure, I will pay 1 and play a Very Merry on Birthday, where each opponent puts the top 2 cards of their deck into their discard. So you will put the top 2 cards of your deck into your discard.
All right, so we have a Donald Duck, that would have been helpful, and a Medal of Heroes.
And my Panic will quest for 2, taking me from 9 to 11. And I will pass my turn.
All right, ready, set, and draw. I will ink Robin Hood. Beast is going to quest for 2 to bring me to 5. I will pay 1 gold coin, exert, and banish. I will ready the Beast. And it says they can't quest for the rest of the turn. So Beast is going to challenge Panic and banish Panic. He does 2 back.
2 damage back.
Pass turn.
Ready. Set. Draw. I will exert 3 for a Keshkim. And my Hey Hey will quest for 1, bringing me from 11 to 12. And pass turn.
All right, ready, set, draw. I will ink Maurice. I will exert 9 ink and play Belle. Now Belle's ability, she is a 7/7 that quests for 3, shift 7. First ability is Salvage. For each item card in your discard, pay 1 less to play this character using her shift ability. Unfortunately, I didn't have a small Belle to shift onto, or else that would have been very convenient. And her second ability, Repurpose. Whenever this character quests, you may put up to 3 item cards from your discard on the bottom of your deck, gain 1 lore for each item card moved this way. Beast is going to quest for 2 to bring me to 7. Pass turn.
I will ready. Set. I will draw. I will exert 4 for Mufasa, who is a 4/4 vanilla card. I will pass my turn.
All right. Ready, set, and draw. I will spend 1 for an unconventional tool. When this item is banished, you pay 2 less for the next item you play this turn. Beast is going to quest for 2 to bring me to 9. Belle is going to quest for 3 to bring me to 12. And then, using her second ability, whenever this character quests, you may put up to 3 item cards from your discard to the bottom of your deck to gain 1 lore for each one. So we have 1, 2, and 3 item cards, which will be put onto the bottom of my deck, and I will gain 3 lore to bring me to 15. And pass turn.
So I will ready. Then I will draw. And so I will exert 3 cards. I will play Jafar. When you play this character, chosen character gains Challenger 2 this turn.
Oh.
So I will give the Challenger 2 to my Hey Hey. With his Challenger 2, he will take out Beast.
All right, Beast will be banished.
And then I will use both of my characters for a combined 8 attack to take out your Belle.
And Belle will also be banished. That's unfortunate.
And I will pass my turn.
Ready, set, and draw. I will play the Beagle Boys. Whenever this character quests, chosen character yours gains rush and resist 1 this turn. 3/3 that quests for 2. Go ahead.
So ready? I will draw. I will pay 4. I will exert 4 for a Royal Guard who is a vanilla 1/7. It's a Northwester. I will use Jafar and I will quest for 2, taking me from 12 to 14, and I will pass.
All right. Ready, set, and draw. I will spend 5 to play Donald Duck. When you play this character, you may put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. I will quest for 2 with the Beagle Boys to bring me to 17, and I will give the rush and resist 1 to Donald, who is going to banish your Jafar and take 2 damage after resist. Pass turn.
So you are ready? I will draw. Sure, I will pay 2. I will exert 2 to play Training Dummy, where I can tap and pay 2. Each chosen character gains a bodyguard until the start of my next turn. But unfortunately, I have no way to increase my attack to take out any of your characters, so the most I can do is quest for 1 to get myself to 15.
And on my turn, I will quest for game.
Good
game. Now that we've played 2 games, I think it's safe to say that these decks work with some interesting mechanics. The Bell combo, especially if you can work in Maurice's workshop and the small bell to shift onto, and even better, using the unconventional tool. Those cards can really help out a lot. The unconventional tool making your next item 2 less. When banished, Maurice can bring items from discard back to hand. And the bell with the insane lore gain there. 6 lore gain on the when she quests is incredible, especially late game can be a really strong closer if your opponent isn't expecting the shift of the bell. And especially with the small bell, which can be played for free by banishing an item, is really, really great. I was also a big fan of the Beast. Essentially paying 2 and banishing 2 items to have a built-in Along Came Zeus in a deck that wants to banish items. Another card that I really liked was the Beagle Boys. Giving rush and resist 1 every time he quests can be a game changer. Overall, the deck felt like it played well. The synergy is there, but there's definitely some changes that I would have liked to have seen. Popsicles and normal blue card draw for sure. We didn't even get to see our Ruby Coil, where during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, chosen character gets +2 attack this turn. I think those can really be strong cards. All of the Coil cards seem to be very strong cards. What about you, Victoria? What did you think about the Amethyst Steel deck?
So I think Amethyst Steel are really fantastic colors. We've seen a lot of Amethyst Steel decks that have performed very well, but they focus on different elements of Amethyst and Steel than this deck did. I am very excited for this Amethyst Coil card. I unfortunately did not really get to use it in these games. I think one reason for that is that it's going to be a fantastic card when paired with Sapphire instead. That's going to let you put multiple cards into your inkwell to move multiple damage counters around. And unfortunately, that was not something that I was able to do in this game. I also feel like you have to have characters that have big enough bodies to take a hit to move the damage as well. And most of the characters that I was playing just did not have the health to make that happen. I was also a little disappointed in this illusion mechanic. I did not get to see one of the face cards, the Jafar, whose ability is during an opponent's turn, whenever one of your illusion characters is banished, you may return that card to your hand. So during the game, the only illusion card that I was able to actually play was the Giant Cobra, and you banished it with an ability immediately after I played it, so I didn't get to really use it. The other illusion cards being the Raja and the Iago I just do not think that this deck had enough illusion power to really make that Jafar the powerhouse that I think he can be. As I mentioned after the first game, one thing that I was really missing was the purple card draw. The only card in here that really has that is the Treasure Guardian. So when you play this character, if you have an illusion character in play, you may draw a card. But as I said before, I did not really get any illusion characters into play, so I was not even able to utilize that. Personally, I found some of the cards placed in this deck to be very unusual. One of the cards being the A Very Merry Unbirthday, each opponent putting the top 2 cards of their deck into their discard. You had your Codsworth card, right, that said when there is an item in your discard, he gains more attack. And your Bell would love item cards in your discard because then you can move the 3 to the bottom of your deck to gain the 3 lore. I feel like that's a very poor choice to have in a starter deck that would be going against this.
I absolutely agree. I think the Vanish mechanic is interesting, especially when you have something like the Giant Cobra that's a 3-cost 4/4. That's a big body. Obviously, paired with Jafar, instead of him going to your discard, would have gone back to your hand, and that would have been a much stronger play. But I just don't think there's enough illusion characters to really warrant trying to build around it just yet. As far as how the decks matched up against each other, they weren't really suited for each other the way that some of the starter decks have been in previous sets.
I agree that Steel is known for its damage, and really the only Steel card that we had here was Double Trouble to deal 1 damage each up to 2 chosen characters, which could pair well with the Amethyst Coil to potentially move some damage around and get rid of some characters. But Steel is known for some powerhouse cards like Brab's Sword, like Avalanche, like Let the Storm Rage On, and that was greatly missing in this deck for that control that Steel is really known for.
If you had to pick 3 cards to put into that deck, what 3 cards would you pick that you think would help take this deck to a little bit more of a competitive level?
I think that is greatly missing some of those Steel damage cards, the Along Came Zeus's, the Let the Storm Rage On, especially because Let the Storm Rage On deals damage and lets you draw a card, right? But also greatly missing that purple card draw. Even a Merlin Rabbit would really help out to generate the card draw when it enters play and when it leaves play. Something like that would, I think, greatly help this deck function.
I agree. I think that the Let the Storm Rage On would be fantastic. And then I really think that the Madame Mim Fox and the Merlin Rabbit would go in there as well, because the Madame Mim Fox is going to let you put out 4 damage every time she attacks. For this deck, it needs the Popsicle, and it needs the Sapphire Coil, 100%. And then I would probably put the Maui Hero to All in, so that he has Rush and is already attacking for 6. So I think with all of those together, that could really help step this deck up.
I agree. Rush, especially your Beetle Boys, giving Rush and Resist like it did, was a huge help to you. And I was certainly missing my Madame Mim Fox with my Rush or anything else to give my characters Rush.
All right. Do you have any final thoughts?
I wish I played your deck.
I like the Ruby Sapphire, and I think they did a good job putting this one together. It seems a little bit more cohesive than the Amethyst Steel, and the mechanics are fun. They may not be the most ideal, most competitive mechanics yet, but it's definitely a fun way to change up the game without changing the game itself.
I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing how these other new cards function within the meta.
All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.